Hello dear students, I welcome you all for your BSc third semester physics classes. So in today's video we will continue your cardinal points in that. So see here, equivalent focal length of a two thin lenses separated by a distance. So we'll derive this derivation in today's class. Okay, one by one we will see that the equivalent focal length of a two thin lenses separated by a distance. So in that we must have to concentrate on this diagram. After this diagram we have to explain the terms. Okay, one by one we will see. So see here, let L1 and L2 be the two thin lenses of focal length F1 and F2 placed coaxially separated by a distance d in it. So see here L1 and L2, which type of lenses are there? Two thin lenses are there. Okay, L1 and L2 here, two thin lenses are there which having the focal length F1 and F2. Two thin lenses which having the focal length what? F1 and F2. So next here what happened? Placed coaxially. So at the same axis they are placed. That means coaxially and separated by a distance d. So see in diagram we are taking L1 and L2, two thin lenses. Coaxially what? It is separated, means in a same direction with the distance d, and which having the focal length of lens L1 is small f1 and L2 is what? Small f2, which is in which medium? Which is in air medium. Okay, up to this completed. Okay, got it. Next here, let a ray PA of monochromatic light. So here a point PA is there. Okay, so we are incidenting a monochromatic light. So here monochromatic light is nothing but a light which having the single color or which having the single frequency as well as the single wavelength. So that is known as the what? Monochromatic light. So from P we are incidenting a monochromatic light. So we are getting a ray PA. So that PA is nothing but what? Incident ray. So PA of monochromatic light is parallel to the common axis. So that monochromatic ray or the incident ray is parallel to the what? Common axis. Here common axis is nothing but what? Principal axis. Okay. So B incident on the lens L1 which having a height H1. So we are incidenting that ray and which having the lens H1. Okay. So here one lens is there L1. That height from monochromatic light to the principal axis which having the height H1 of the lens L1. Okay, so it is or which is directed towards the what? See here, which is directed towards the point F2 dash. Got it? So next here the second focal point of the lens L1. So here the second focal point. What is the second focal point? Already we know that the first focal point is F1 and second focal point is F2. First one is a what? It is incidenting from one lens, and after what happened? Touches to lens 2 and going to touches to F2 dash. So here what happened? It is also crossing from the second focal length F2 from the lens L1. Okay, that time what happened? Here we are getting one delta 1. So here delta 1 is nothing but what? Deviation, angle of deviation. So we are getting here angle of deviation, that is what? Delta 1 equal to H1 divided by F1. So height of that with respect to incident ray and the principal axis is divided by the focal length of the first lens. Got it? So in this first slide or first para we have to concentrate on first we are taking two lenses L1 and L2 which having the focal length what? F1 and F2. So the two thin lenses are separated coaxially with the distance small d. Okay, next what happened, which is in a air medium. So from P we are incidenting a monochromatic light. So which touches to the point A, we are getting a ray PA, that is incident ray of a monochromatic light. So that ray is parallel to the what? Principal axis. Again what happened? Refraction will be takes place. It touches to the point F2 dash from the lens, focal length of the point F2, which is becoming from the lens L1. So here we are getting a angle of deviation, that is what? Delta 1. So here delta 1 is nothing but H1 divided by F1. So here H1 is what? It is the height from monochromatic light ray to the principal axis. So these explain in this slide or the first para. Okay, we'll move to the next. So see here, in that the emergent ray AB. So see here from A to B what happened? This is known as the what? Emergent ray. AB is emergent ray, here PA is incident ray. So the emergent ray AB from the first lens is in incident on the second lens. So here the ray A to B. So here radiation or light radiation is coming from A to B. So A to B means what? From lens L1 to lens L2. So incidence will be takes place from lens L1 to the lens L2, which meets the principal axis at F2. So see here, again, after the incident what happened? The rays goes on a same direction and meets to the point F2. F2 is what? That is nothing but the principal focal point. That is the focal point on the principal axis. So next here, as the incident ray PA is parallel to the principal axis, after the refraction through the combination it meets the axis at F2. Already here we know that the PA is what? Parallel to the which axis? Principal axis. In that again what happened? Refraction will be takes place. After that rays will be emergent after the refraction. So here the combination of mating will be takes place. Okay, rays combination with respect to mating will be takes place. So therefore which reaches to the or meets to the point F2. So next what happened? So therefore F2 must be the second focal point. So already we know that the F2 must be the second focal point of the combination. So here in combination we know that the F2 is what? Second focal point. So if the deviation produced by the second lens L2, again here we are getting the deviation angle, that is the what? Delta 2. Okay, so that is nothing but what? Delta 2 equal to H2 by F2. So again here that ray is parallel to the principal axis. So height of the two second lens with respect to monochromatic rays to the principal axis we get as a H2 by F2. Okay. So see here in a second para what we have to explain? A to B, that is the emergent ray. Okay. So which is passing from first to second lens, which having the height H2 and axis, and refraction will be takes place at the L2, which goes to the same direction and meets to the point what? F2. F2 is what? Second focal point. Next what happened? The combination of the meeting will be takes place. After that what happened? It reaches to the F2, that is the second focal point, and in that we are getting the delta 2, that is the what? Second angle of the deviation, and we know that delta 2 equal to what? H2 divided by F2. Okay, clear? So next here, the incident ray PA. So already we know that the incident ray PA. The incident PA and emergent ray is what? Here B F2. So this is our next emergent ray. So the incident ray PA and the emergent ray BF2 when produced. Then after the production of the incident ray as well as the emergent ray, which can be intersect at A2. So intersection will be takes place with respect to what? Incident ray and the which emergent ray at the point of A2. So this is the point A2. Next, see here. It is obvious that a single thin lens placed at A2H2. So obviously we are placing a single thin lens at what? A2 and H2. So we'll produce the same deviation as two constituent lenses together provided the focal length of this lens. That is what? H2 F2 equal to F. So next what happens? Suppose we are getting here incident ray PA and the emergent ray BF2. So that intersect will be takes place at the point of A2. So at that time what happened? At A2H2 one lens will be there. So by using that lens deviation will also produce. The deviation is nothing but what? Delta. Got it? So deviation will be produced. That deviation is a delta. So two constituent. If suppose we are placing two constituent lens with certain distance, we must have that a single lens in between them. Okay. Next we'll see. This single thin lens of the focal length F placed at A2H2 is called equivalent lens. So that single lens, if we placed in between the two thin lenses at the point of A2 and H2, that lens is known as the what? Equivalent lens. Got it? Already I explained you that two lenses are there in between A2 H2. The intersection of the which ray? Incident ray and the emergent ray will be takes place. At that point one thin lens will be there. Okay. That thin lens having a one angle of deviation. That angle is nothing but delta, and here that lens is nothing but what? Equivalent lens, which having the focal length, that is capital F, and deviation is delta. Okay, produced by equivalent length is given by. So here the deviation that produced by that equivalent length, that is given by what? Delta equal to H1 by F1. So, but delta is nothing but what? Delta 1 plus delta 2. So, we are substituting this in this equation. What we are getting? So, see here. Here delta equal to H1 divided by this is capital F. Okay. So, the deviation of the equivalent lens, we are getting delta equal to H1 divided by capital F. So, delta is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. So here we are taking these term as it is, okay, by using these equation, right? Next, already we know that delta 1 is nothing but H1 by F1 and delta 2 is nothing but H2 by F2. So here we are substituting that values. So H1 by capital F equal to H1 by F1 plus H2 by F2. So here we are getting our equation number 1. Okay, got it? We'll move to the next. Now see here. Now similar triangle AL1 F2 dash and BL2 F2 dash. So we have to concentrate two similar triangles. So AL1 F2 dash. So here A is there. Next AL1 and that is the F2 dash. We have to consider this one triangle first and BL2 F2 dash. So this is BL2 F2 dash. Okay. We have to concentrate these two triangles. Both are the similar. By that triangle, what we are getting? So here A L1 divided by L1 F2 dash, that is equal to B L2 divided by L2 F2 dash. We called as the equation number 2. By these two triangles, we are getting the equation number 2. Next see here. So A L1. Okay. So here A L1, that is nothing but the height. h1. Okay, right? AL1 is nothing but height h1, L1 f2 dash. L1 f2 dash, that is nothing but the what? Focal length of f1. That is equal to BL2. Again, BL2 is nothing but what? h2. BL2 divided by L2 f2 dash. So see here BL2 is nothing but h2 and L2 f2 dash. So L2 f2 dash, where it is? L2 f2 dash. So we are finding L2 f2 dash, this term. So we are getting that f1 minus d. So f1 is nothing but what? This term, L1 f2 dash. So f1 minus d. So we have to this minus these terms. Okay, so we are getting that f1 minus d is equal to that L2 f2 dash. L2 f2 dash. Got it? So like that we are substituting this value and we are taking these equation in terms of h2. We are taking h2 in this side. So what we are getting here, h1 as it is, we are taking this term in LHS side. So h1 into f1 minus d and this divided by f1 goes to RHS side. LHS side, sorry. So we are getting what? This term. h2 equal to h1 into f1 minus d divided by f1. So here we are getting our equation 2 as well as the equation 3. Got it? So here up to this we get our equation 1, 2 as well as the 3. Okay, we'll move to the next. So see here, substituting the values of h2 in equation 1 we get. So next what we have to do, already we get the equation number 1. So see here, first of all I will show you our equation number 1. Our equation is what? h1 divided by f, that is equal to h1 by f1 plus h2 by f2. So in that we have to substitute the values of h2. Okay, in that equation 1 we are substituting the values of h2. We are getting, so h1 by f as it is, h1 divided by f1 as it is. So only we are substituting the values of h2. So see here, h2 is nothing but what? h1 into f1 minus d divided by f1 into f2. Got it? So by substituting the value of h2 in a equation 1 we are getting this equation. So next we have to simplify the term 1 by f. So next what happened? So in that we are taking the h1 common. So suppose here taking h1 is common and here also taking the h1 is common. So what happened? h1 get cancels. We are getting 1 by f equal to what? 1 by f1 plus f1 minus d divided by f1 f2. Okay, we are getting this equation. So next here we are getting this equation. So next what happened? We are multiplying that f and making simplification. We are getting the equation number 4. Okay, by getting the equation 4 again we have to take this in the form of f. f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. So here that is nothing but what? f1 minus f2 divided by delta, that is we call as the equation number 5. So here delta is nothing but what? Our delta is nothing but f1 plus f2 minus d. Okay, that's why we can write f1 f2 divided by delta. Okay, so this is what? This is the proof of our today's derivation. Okay, in this we have to solve up to the equation number 5. That is what? The distance between the two equivalent thin lenses. So we are finding this. Okay, in next class we'll continue. Thank you.